Hello lords and ladies, welcome back to Cartoon Hangout, your place for all things cartoon. I'm still on the run out here in the woods, but while I've caught my breath momentarily, I want to talk about this Cartoon Network crossover episode that recently came out. It's not the Cartoon Network crossover I've always dreamed of that we should have had a decade ago, but it is a Cartoon Network crossover nonetheless, and that's pretty historic. So I'm going to talk about it, give my thoughts on it, etc. Theme music.
It's Cartoon Hangout, whoa, with Archaic King as your host. It's time to review some great cartoons, from Craig of the Creek to Scooby-Doo. Hello lords and ladies, welcome back to Cartoon Hangout, your place for all things cartoon.
No time for introductions.
No kidding, Garnet. When I heard these characters would be crossing over, I kind of expected to be set up a little better, but they just jump right into the action. I guess that's to be expected since it's just an 11-minute episode. They do give the tiniest bit of exposition as to who each character is, but then it's right back to the action. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but I was left a little taken back with how quickly everything moved. I'll admit to not really being much of a fan of most of the shows on display here, with the exception of OKKO, Let's Be Heroes, though I haven't been watching it at all lately. But the episode was actually fun, honestly. It is weird seeing Ben, Garnet, and Raven animated so differently, but the humor on display was pretty good for what it was. I chuckled a few times at Ben's reactions as well as KO's. What's even cooler is where the crossover is at. Cartoon Network City, or at least a similar looking city. You know the place. It was where all those 2007 era bumpers took place. The writers went one step further, and there were actually many cameos from other shows like Billy and Mandy, The Life and Times of Juniper Lee, and a lot more. It's disappointing those characters weren't the tiniest bit more involved in the plot, but what can you really do in 11 minutes? Ben does have this amazing scene where he transforms into tons of Cartoon Network characters, though. It's hands down the best moment in the crossover, with some very nostalgic Cartoon Network themes playing while he switches from one to the next. My only complaint there is I wish he would have quickly changed from character to character while beating up on Strike, the villain of the crossover, instead of how it's actually depicted. I think that would have been aces. Honestly, I wasn't sure how I would react to this episode, and now I'm left wishing it'd been 11 minutes longer. Enough time to maybe establish the story, the villain, and more. Instead, it really just comes off, even though it was fun, as just an 11-minute concept trailer. Something you'd show the head boss to get them to greenlight the actual crossover. Despite all that, I do think it's probably worth watching. It's not very long after all. But if you were hoping for something a little more fleshed out, you'd best look elsewhere. So, now it's time for you to chime in with your opinions of the crossover. Did you enjoy it? And would you, like me, love to see these other shows that had cameos come back, maybe in other crossovers? Let me know. Thanks for watching, and take care.